Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dennis and welcome back to 1 Year 365. Today we'll actually continue the superhero ideas miniseries, and this is part 4 out of 7 part. At the time I'm recording this, I actually already, I only think about 4 ones. So for part 5, 6, 7. I haven't actually thought about it. However, when this video is out, I already pretty much wrap up everything. In fact, when this video is out, I probably already have enough, videos for March pretty much. So when this video is out, uh, already been done pretty much. So yeah. However, at the time I'm recording this, I only have 4 and actually haven't filled the rest of the 3. Maybe I will think about that as time goes on. I don't know. It should be easy pretty much because thinking about superhero ideas, it's kind of easy. Like superpowers, you can make out anything pretty much. So yeah. Um, for this one though, this is part 4. I think about something about teleportation pretty much. It's about teleportation, but it's not just teleportation because it's already there is already that exists, right? Like about teleportation, like Blink for instance. You just go from one location to other location over here perhaps. So yeah, but for this one is a little bit different because this is actually a switcheroo pretty much. So how does this teleportation work? Okay, here's the thing. These teleportation things will work only if you teleport with someone else. Oh, that's interesting, right? So this is you, this is someone else. You can only teleport to another person pretty much, and yeah, that person will get teleported to you pretty much. Yeah, you'll just switch places pretty much, and this is like completely different place. So yeah, like it's different from your regular teleportation because if it's your regular things, then if there is person over here in the different time, I mean different place, then you can just jump and you appear over here next to the person, right? And the one over here is just gonna disappear, right? Like there's like you'll not be there, you'll be gone, right, from that location. So yeah, that's interesting in my opinion because um it will only work if you switch place with other people, other person at least. It's a one to one, by the way. So yeah. Now then this becomes actually much more interesting from if you start thinking about it more details, then it will be very interesting, because then pretty much you can transfer someone into some certain location. You can transport yourself to another location. But the thing is that what happens if the person that you teleport with don't like that, or like doesn't know what happened, or I don't know, like maybe because they transfer to your location, maybe what happens if they start doing stuff in your current place, right? So it's kind of interesting in my opinion. So yeah. Also, there's also more questions. I think when I originally think about this, what happened if you, switch with someone that is, what is it like, in motion, pretty much. Like, what happens if the person is on a plane, pretty much? What's gonna happen, right? Like, they, sit on the passenger seat, right? What's happen if you switch to this one? So yeah, will you be in the plane? Will you be outside the plane? Whatever, right? That's the question. Well, maybe probably like at the same exact location. But what about your post, though? I mean, the original person, maybe they are sitting down, right? Like what happens if you are when you try to switch place, you are swimming for instance, in a weird position for instance, or you're sleeping on the ground for instance, and then you switch. Will you be the same pose there, or you will get pretty much adjusted to the same as the current person, or it will be a little bit of both, maybe it depends on the situation as well. Yeah, I'm not actually sure about that. Like, what happens if the person you're switching is in a tight space, in a very small space, and then you're bigger than them? What's happen if you try to go there, right? Like, are you gonna, I don't know, are you gonna get squeezed because there is not enough space? Maybe you will break that, whatever that is. I don't know, pretty much. Maybe that's an interesting thing to do, pretty much. Or maybe you could teleport it, default it into the outside the location, perhaps. Like maybe the person is like, caving, go into underground cave, for instance, in the tight space, right? There's so many YouTube videos about that actually. In a cave where it's super tight, then the person is there, and what happens if you switch, but you are bigger, you'll not be able to go there, right? So maybe you'll get teleported to the above the ground instead over here. Who knows, right? So yeah, maybe there's some rules there that is, things that revolves around this. Like maybe if the location is directly dangerous to you, then you will be teleported to safety. Maybe it depends on the situation. Again, like I said, right? What happens if you, I don't know, if you drown yourself, for instance, if you're underwater, over here, and then you switch with someone else, will that person also suddenly be underwater, or will they be, outside, like above there, for instance? I don't know, right? There must have been some kind of rules in that, in my opinion. um, yeah, I don't know, like maybe they will get teleported to underwater as well. I don't know if that's the case. Then in this situation, they will, you will also have to, be there as well, right? So yeah, I don't know, maybe that's just the rule, probably. So that you need to be careful on, who you want to switch place with, pretty much. So yeah, that's the technical thing. And what about the thing, like how do you use this? Well, this is actually kind of interesting. There is so many uses or cases where you can use this. So for instance, when, I don't know, when someone try to, for instance, like shoot you or things, and then you switch with someone else, for instance. So then there is someone else that uh, that you switch with, you will be safe, but that person probably not. I'm not sure. Whatever if you try to switch with the that person actually, then you are over here, and then the person is over here, maybe facing the same direction with the gun as well. So you're suddenly over here, and this person is, questioning, like why are they there, where is the person, etc., etc., right? That can actually happen actually. So it's all about creativity, I would say. That's about, yeah, the creativity on how you will make a plot or storyline for this character. I feel like this one is by far my favorite, just because of how complex it is, and how it can be used in so many things, pretty much. So yeah, like for instance, you can teleport to someone's location, and then after that you teleport to other person's location again. So that's already messed up. Let's actually um, draw with some pictures, pretty much. So we have three locations over here. This is your, probably your house or things. Well, actually I will not do this in my house actually, because I don't want that whoever the person over here is to just mess up with my place. So maybe I'll do this out in the open, pretty much. But regardless of my location, it doesn't matter. What matters is the location of the other people, for instance. This is me in anywhere, pretty much any place, and there's the person. Maybe the person is taking a shower. Oh, this, you know how this is gonna go, right? Like the person is taking a shower, so the person is kinda naked, right? And then you switch place to here. Now that person is naked, somewhere else. Maybe out in the open, who knows, right? The person will get embarrassed, and you will get wet because you transfer over here, pretty much. Um, and then after that you change with I don't know, someone else, probably. Like for instance, this is I don't know, let's see here. Maybe this is, oh, okay, here we go. Maybe this is a singer, for instance, try to, in a concert or something, try to sing, like in a concert or things, and then so you switch again with this someone over here, right? So this person goes here, I mean this previous person goes here, and then this one goes here, and then you are over here now, right? And then after that you change with the first person over here, for instance. You switch back with the original person, the one that's supposed to be in the shower, and you change that, teleport that person like on the stage, pretty much, in a concert. There's so many people watching, right? That'll be, pretty much things that's interesting to be visualized, right? uh, and the original person is over here, and you are back at your location. So you're back at your location, but the other two people is switched, right? So you can kind of switch people places, but also you can still go back to yours, pretty much, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I feel like that will be a lots of stories or plots that you can get with this, pretty much. That's one of the many example. And then the other example as well is, I don't know, like uh, I don't know, like this one is interesting actually. Uh, so maybe you want to transfer people from one places. I mean, from one place to another place. For instance, this is the location, like different location. There is like five people over here, for instance, and then there's also five other people over here as well. Five is probably a little bit too much, but whatever. Maybe this is from one country, this is from other country, and pretty much like you're over here. You want to switch everyone over here to this side, and everyone on this side to this side over here. That can happen, right? First you switch with the first person, and then you switch to the first person over here, then you switch to the second, third, fourth, fifth, and you're done, pretty much. So and then you back over here, and there is five other people from this one, and then the five people from this one is the people from this one, pretty much. That can actually be interesting, right? So yeah, also maybe you I don't know, like maybe you just want to troll with people or mess up with people as well. I don't know, that can be a lot of things, pretty much. And then um I don't know, like maybe you can help with criminals, probably. I don't know. Maybe help with the authority in capturing someone. Maybe you are you prepare in the, like, let's say police station, for instance. You are locked behind the jail, right? And then after that, you are over here, and then there's the criminal that is out in the open. Maybe just rob a bank, for instance. I don't know. And then he's under the chase of police. Then you just simply switch place. Then these robbers already been in the jail, and then you're out, right? And then like maybe there's police there that kind of prepares so that you're ensured safety, pretty much. So yeah, that can actually happen, actually. So yeah, but there's also always some risks over here, like what if there's more than one person? How will how would you switch with someone else, pretty much, right? How is that gonna possible, right? Well, the way I'm thinking about this is actually quite interesting as well. It's kind of obvious there will be like multiple of people that already prepared behind the jail, pretty much, and this is different jail as well. So there's like maybe there's one person, no, not that, one person over here ready, and then second person standby, and then this is you, right? Just in case of you over here, if if there's like multiple of them, you can just quickly shift, like from your original place to, let's say, to maybe there's three of them, right? You change with someone over here, and then after that, that person is already been here, and then you're there. You switch place with the person over here, you are over here, and then that this person is over there perhaps, and then you switch again with the second person, and then the second person is now over here, and then the person over here is now there, and then you switch again with this one, and then you switch with this one again. So yeah, yada yada. Pretty much you can do that, right? If there's multiple of them, perhaps it can be, pretty much prepared if that will happen, right? So yeah. Um, this is interesting as well, pretty much. And then in other case, you can actually, like to I don't know, if you want to go to some places a lot quicker as well, perhaps, or if you want to like really want to jump quickly from one place to many place. Like for instance, this one. Maybe this is like parade ground over here, or like there's a ground pretty much. There is so many people of everywhere, and then you want to switch place pretty much from the back to the front pretty much, maybe, right? And then you switch with this person, you switch with this one, switch with this one, switch with this one, switch with this one, this one, and you're there pretty much. You're close, right? But now all these people over here got, shifted the location, right? They, teleport into a new location. That actually can be funny actually. So yeah, that can happen pretty much. Because you switch with place. So pretty much you travel from the location to the destination, and yeah, and in doing so, you also change locations of some people as well. That will be interesting as well. So yeah, also this is interesting as well. The rule for this, actually, there's another rule. You can only switch with someone that you know pretty much, not really necessarily know like your friend or family or things, but more like the one that you can see actually exists pretty much. Like you can really, you know switch with someone that doesn't exist. Like for instance, you look at the picture, perhaps that's the actual person, right? That represents that. Then you can switch place. But if that's a picture of like fictional character, then you will not be able to switch because the character doesn't exist. Or if it's a picture of someone that's already dead long time ago, you cannot really also switch place with that because obviously the person isn't living anymore. So um, that would be impossible, right? So yeah, there's just that basic rules, I guess. So meaning that you can really also switch with someone that you don't know, right? Like you never see before, so you cannot do that pretty much. Like maybe I want to teleport with someone in America pretty much, but who, right? Like uh, I mean I know some people that's from America, but you know that's besides the point. The point that I'm making is that maybe you don't know anyone's over there. Maybe you want to go to a specific location. Maybe I want to go to I don't know, like maybe I want to go to uh, I don't know. Let's think about any state. Florida, for instance. I want to go to Florida, but I don't know anyone. Well, actually, I know someone that lives in Florida. Oh, let's think about states that I don't know who lives there. Oh, here we go. Maybe in North Dakota. Maybe I want to go there, switch with someone there, but I don't know who lives there, so I cannot really do that because I cannot just switch with someone I don't know, right? Unless I know the picture of, or like things that I know exist for sure, pretty much. Um, if I don't know if the person exists or not, then it's not gonna happen pretty much. How hard I try, I'm not gonna be able to do it because yeah, if because you don't know the target location, you don't know the target person pretty much. So yeah, that's why it won't work. What happens if you look at someone's picture, but like there's time gap pretty much. Like you see a picture of someone when they're a kid, and we will be able to switch with someone, the same person but in different age. Like maybe they are older now, right? But you only have the picture when they were a kid. Like is it possible or not to do that? That's actually an interesting question. Maybe the answer is no, probably. I don't know because you don't know how the person looks like right now, right? So You to do this pretty much you have to know um, the target pretty much. You have to know the exact target, so that you don't like it doesn't create confusion pretty much for the ability to work. Then you probably there's also more questions that I think I just came up and interesting. What happen if the person is twin or triplet pretty much? What happen if this person is the same, they are triplet, the same face, the same hairstyle, the same I don't know, like the same everything. You cannot really differentiate with that. For instance, you don't know which one is which. You don't know who you want to maybe you have the picture of them the same time age as well, but you don't know which one is which, right? You only know the picture, but you don't know you actually don't know which one is which, right? So I feel like that will be interesting as well. um, to happen pretty much, like you need to know, you need to be sure that that is the target person. And if that is like this thing pretty much, sorry, maybe there's actually the name over here, then you probably can do that. I'm not sure. Maybe you can do that actually if you know the name, at least the person. uh, as long as you know the person that is not the other two pretty much, uh, you will you'll be able to do that. Maybe one person has I don't know, like maybe the other, maybe someone has I don't know what it's called again, like a mole pretty much. Maybe someone has a mole on their face, the other two don't have. Or maybe the target has a mole on their hand, but the other two just don't have. So that can be a thing actually. So yeah, as long as you know, like you really know the person who you want to switch, then it's gonna be possible. But if you don't know for sure, then it's not gonna happen. So yeah. um or maybe another theory will be that all three of them will be teleported at the same time as well, so it's 3 to 1. But then again, it kind of breaks the first rule in which it's a 1 to 1. So that can be a thing pretty much. Yeah. um I don't know what more questions about this that is interesting. Maybe what happens if the person is not a person? Maybe what if the person is a clone or an AI pretty much? I don't know. That's kind of, maybe that will not work. I don't know. If it's a clone though, if it's like a clone, I don't think it will work either, because it has to be human. Like, what differentiates human from clone? Maybe human has soul and the clone doesn't have one. I'm not sure. Like maybe it's a clone. If it's a clone, how do you make a clone alive anyway? So yeah, that kind of doesn't make like any sense, right? Uh, like how do you give life into clone? I'm not sure actually. Maybe you put some kind of AI in there in them pretty much. But if that's the case, then it's not human already, so it's not gonna work. So yeah, I feel like clones will not work because it's not originally human, so it has to be human originally pretty much. But yeah, is there anything else about this power? Yeah, I feel like the actions or what the power of this character can do, I feel like how it works is more interesting to test or to explain rather than the history itself. And yeah, maybe the history will be how did the person know that they can do that, perhaps. Maybe there's like when they're kids again, I don't know, maybe they switch place with their dad or something, I don't know. And yeah, and then what happened with like eventually people will discover, right, that it's you. They will know that it's you, and you'll be I don't know, I feel like you will be known to public quickly anyway, because you have to switch with someone else. That in itself is that that someone else will now experience where you are, right? So like again, it kind of depends on where your location of starting, right? Like if you start in the public, then I don't know, like maybe they don't know about that pretty much. Or maybe you can start in a place that is very silent, maybe in the forest perhaps, I don't know. And that person will get teleported in the forest, and then you're out. And then again, like the target person, if you try to switch, what happen if that person is in public, right? Like suddenly you will be there replacing that person. It will raise some questions, and you'll be viral in no time, especially when there's so many cameras nowadays anyway, like CCTV in building CCTVs, or I don't know, like road cam, maybe someone randomly shooting or filming about something. That can happen, right? So yeah, interesting. But yeah, I feel like the one that's interesting about this ability is the execution, pretty much like how it's done. I feel like it will be interesting to discuss pretty much. But yeah, I've already mentioned so many cases where you can use this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, this is actually interesting. Never mind. Because I was thinking about what happens if you try to switch with alien, pretty much like another life outside Earth. But then again, you don't know, right? Like to make this work, to make the switch work, you have to know the destination. But if you don't know the destination exists or not, then you will not be able to do that. So, that kind of already describes the alien teleportation idea pretty much, because you don't know if that exists or not. You don't know if, yeah, pretty much you don't know if it exists or not, so you cannot do that. Uh, it's interesting pretty much, but yeah. Anyway, I think that'll be for this one about the fourth superhero ideas. This one is about Switcheroo, or switch place with someone else, and yeah, I feel like it's an interesting concept. I don't think there's already one that does this. I'm not sure. Usually, when there's this kind of blink or teleportation stuff, I feel like it's only a subject of their own, right? Without, it's either themselves or themselves with someone else, but never actually teleporting each other. So that's actually, maybe that's already been a thing, maybe that's new, I don't know. But it's still an idea, right? Whether or not it already been implemented or not. But yeah, anyway, a little bit for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay just healthy. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. Tomorrow will be, what is it, this is episode 256. um Oh, tomorrow will be NFL. Okay, yeah. Tomorrow will be discussion about NFL. The day after that will be the final episode of the American football. I think the big game, right? Yeah, it will be on February 12th, which is the big game day. And then after that, on February 13th, actually, we will actually continue with the fifth part. Fifth part will be on February 13th. Sixth part will be on February 15th, which is the day Ant-Man Quantumania will be out in my location. And February 16th, a day after that, will be the final part for this. And yeah, pretty much it. But anyway, I think that'll be for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, healthy. I will see you again very soon. But until then, see ya.